Hey you guys, it's an Intuitive Tasha here, and I'm going to give you a few ways you can spot a psychic fraud. You go to a psychic and they tell you you have a hex or a curse on you. This is the number one reason I hear a lot of people are afraid to go to psychics because of their experiences. Many of these psychics are lying to you. 90% of people do not have hexes or curses on them. Many do carry attachments, and many do have negative energy surrounding them that they can get cleansed from, but never a curse or a hex. No. A real psychic medium or intuitive will never conduct business from fear. They will never make you feel afraid. When you go for a reading, you should always leave there feeling like you got something from that reading to help yourself, help your well-being. You should feel renewed and learn some things about yourself. You should never leave a reading scared to death. So please be mindful when you go and get a reading from a psychic medium or intuitive. If they are talking about you have a hex or a curse, please run. This is another one. This is a really big one because I've seen this happen time and time again. It is called cold reading. Yes, cold, C-O-L-D reading. This is when the fraud will usually observe you, see what type of clothes you wear, if you have any tattoos, anything distinctive about you, and get certain characteristics about yourself, your personality, and go from that. They even watch your body language, and they just make guesses. Example, say you go to a fraud and you have a whole bunch of tattoos. The psychic may say, oh, I feel that you're very artsy, or you think outside of the box, you may be kind of a rebel. And then you're like, oh my God, how did you know that? It's because they just looked at you and just saw certain things from your demeanor and physical appearance. That's just a little example of cold reading. Another thing is they ask you 50 million questions. Like, how were you in school and things like that. Ask you about your home life, relationship with your parent. All of this is to put together the puzzle, something that's believable and make you feel like, oh my God, they are so legit. When they're not legit, they're just good frauds. This is a real popular one. You go to a person who's supposed to be a psychic medium or intuitive, and let's say you want to hear from your grandmother. They claim to connect with your grandmother and say she says that she loves you or that she's always with you. General things like that. Something that anybody would say. They never give you any specific detail about your relationship. They can't tell you any distinct features of your grandmother or even an example or experience that you may have had with your grandmother. When spirit comes through, they will always give you something to validate that they are who they say they are. They will say they love you and they miss you and things like that, but they will always give you something that only you would know, only thing you can validate. Something personal, something no one who didn't know you would know. When I do readings for people and they ask me to connect with their loved one, I always ask Spirit to give me validation, whether it's one thing or two things, something that only these people would know. So please be mindful and aware of fake psychics who do not validate anything for you, that can't give you anything that can help you believe that this is your loved one speaking to you. I see this happen time and time again. If you go to a psychic or intuitive and they're speaking to you in a language you clearly don't understand, they're using all these big spiritual words or talking like they're writing a poem, this is the big sign that this person may be a fraud. They're going to talk in a language to make you feel and make them seem like they know what they're talking about, make you feel like they're extra spiritual, and you walk off with no clarification and you're like, what the heck just happened? And nothing resonates with you. This is a big sign that this person is definitely a fraud. So please, please, please be aware when you go seek spiritual advice or reading from a so-called psychic or intuitive, that you pay attention to red flags in these signs. There are definitely more signs, but that is the big ones that I can give you guys. Also, the biggest thing to do, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. If it doesn't seem right, then run. Hey you guys, thank you for tuning in. This is the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you know someone who has had a situation with a fake psychic, please comment below. And also, if you want to be notified when I post another video, click the notification bell and you will get notified when I post my next video. Thank you guys, and you guys have a great night. Peace.